And it was funny because, Paul, I'm sitting there watching this, and the second I get done watching it, I go right to the Google machine, and I'm like, what has Texas A&M's record been since that breakout time? And it's just been, they've been hovering around 8-9 wins. And for a lot of teams, for a lot of programs, that's good enough. But they you know why? Not them. Because they paid over $100 million, whatever the contract was. I'm so overdone by money in sports, to bring in Jimbo Fisher to write the 8 wins and the 9 wins. And now the decision that was done a decade ago rests on him to get them out of that 8-9 win. Last year, just 5, to get them out of that, like, to be blunt, mediocrity in this league.
And what happens is, if you had told me 3 years ago that Jimbo Fisher's record would be this and he would still be there, it would have been surprising. But you keep moving the goalposts, to use the old cliche, and right now A&M is caught. They still believe they have the right coach. I mean, I have spent a lot of time around A&M people. I mean, they're not convinced. I mean, they're not, they're not going to go to their grave over it, but they still feel pretty comfortable, and that's why Jimbo Fisher is still in good stead. And even this season, I mean, short of a complete implosion, he'll be there next year. So, but if you go back and look at all these moves over the years, I mean, how many of these moves were really good? Is Maryland better off? Is Rutgers better off? I mean, it is an endless stream of chasing the money, and it's where college athletics is, and we can be hypocrite. We can talk about the hypocritical aspect of it, and it's there, but the only time that it becomes as disturbing is when you hear these college presidents, with the bow tie and the stern face, talk about the only thing that matters is the well-being of the student athlete, and that's when you're being conned.
But that's just it. And that sentence you said is why I want to not caution college football fans, but really have everyone take a holistic look at this, because while the logo of your conference has changed, I don't know that you are. USC, UCLA, Washington, Oregon, Arizona, they're not better off for the Pac-12 going away. They're just not. Because USC could run that league every year if they wanted to and get in the college football playoff. They're not better off having to go through Ohio State, Michigan, some years Penn State, Wisconsin with Luke Fickell is going to be difficult. I firmly believe Matt Rule is going to have Nebraska as Nebraska again. You're not better off. If you're Florida State, I get it. It should Wake Forest be making the same amount of money as revenue distribution when you're a college football food group? Probably not. But are you going to be better off getting thrown into a league maybe like the SEC? We've just detailed what it did to Texas A&M. And the term better off, like, when are we going to stop looking at just the dollars and say, well, the football matters too, or the sports matter too?
Well, I think you're right. The one thing that I think none of these people took into consideration is the 12-team playoff was going to cater to the Pac-12. I was in talking to Greg Sankey the other day. He said that was part of the reason we did it the way we did it. And the Pac-12 was the biggest beneficiary, and now that's gone. And Matt, I mean, the thing about college athletics, who knows where it will be in 10 years. And I think everybody just does not want to get left behind. And you look at the schools that have been left behind, and they're really outstanding. Some of them are really outstanding schools of academic integrity, and they have nowhere to play right now.
Yeah, and it just. I said this last week. I enjoy this season for what it is, because it's the last time we're going to see the Big 12, the Pac-12, the Big 10, all of these conferences in their current iteration.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.